Hello and welcome. In the last video, we took a look at why versioning is such an important concept for product managers to understand. We also studied semantic versioning or SEMver, which is one of the popular approaches towards versioning your products. If you have not viewed that video, I will link to it from the description of this video. Please go take a look. But in this video, what we are going to look at is another very popular up and coming scheme of versioning called calendar versioning or Calver. Now, in very simple terms, Calver is a versioning scheme where you version your product based on its release calendar. So how does that look like, right? So again, just like Semver, you typically version your product with three numbers that are separated by dots. But in this case, the first number represents the year that you intend to release the product. So this product is slated to be released in 2022. The second number specifies the month in which you'll release the product. So this is going to be April 2022. And the last number is typically your build or your snapshot. Essentially, this is the first snapshot of the product that you're going to release in April 2022. So as you can see, just by looking at the version number, you kind of understand when this product is expected to release. Now, sometimes there is also an optional status that is suffixed to the end of the version. This could be something like, hey, this is an alpha, this is a beta, or this is an LTS. So that's an optional suffix. I have seen it in some products. I have not seen it in some products. So it's entirely up to you whether to use that optional status or not. So let's look at an example. One of the popular examples, one of the good examples of popular product using a Calver is the Ubuntu Linux operating system. So Ubuntu is a very popular distribution of Linux. And if you take a look at what they have here, they use the Calver system of versioning. So as you can see, they have a 2204, which is expected to be released somewhere in 2022. And then you can see all those previous releases and how they have actually named that. So this is very unambiguous, right? Once you look at a release, you look at a version, you know exactly that when that version came out. And you notice this LTS here. Well, that is the qualifier that I was talking about, and it refers to long-term support, which means that the version that is going to be released in 2022-04 is going to be a long-term supported version. That's what it means. All right. So now that we know about two different versioning schemes, when do you use what, right? Well, if you recollect, semantic versioning was all about the product's features. The emphasis was on what are the features being shipped. Are they major features? Are they backward compatible features? Are they minor features? Are they bug fixes? But your calendar versioning, on the other hand, is all about the product's delivery schedules. Semantic versioning is the most popular scheme in use today, whereas calendar versioning is still catching up, but it is increasingly becoming popular. Now, semantic versioning is more suitable for B2C tools or iOS and Android apps, where you really don't care too much about the release schedule, right? You get a new version of the Facebook app or the LinkedIn app on your app store. You just go and update it. It's not a big deal to you. Whereas when it comes to calendar versioning, from what I have seen at least, it's mostly used in the B2B space, where you have a large complex piece of software that is being shipped, and you have B2B customers that are trying to adopt it. So just like we saw, the Ubuntu Linux is an operating system, databases, business applications. And the reason why it's so important is that in the B2B context, upgrading software or even moving from one version of the software to another, it's not a simple job. It involves a lot of people, a lot of downtime, a lot of planning in advance, maybe like a year in advance. So it is very critical for B2B customers to understand when a particular software is being delivered or when it can be expected, so that they can plan accordingly on their maintenance and other calendars. And therefore, B2B is more B2B products are more suitable uh, for the calendar versioning scheme, whereas semantic versioning is mostly B2C. All right, with that, we will conclude this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you.